hope that we've done a job of appealing to a casual fan who might have only been familiar with the movies and TV shows, and that's inspired them to then go back to the source material, pick up a comic book.
These comics have not only reflected society, but they've actually reflected the artists themselves and the artist's story.
Heroism is just very simple. Anytime somebody uses courage when they're afraid, in the name of something good.
It's stories about hope, about redemption. It's the same themes that have been underlying our folk tales since the beginning of time.
Comic book fandom or superhero fandom is such a passionate one. They have opinions and we argue, and that's just part of it, right? You grow up doing that. It first started in the comic book shops. You would say, why are you buying that? And you get into it with each other. So I come from that world. I'm familiar with it, and I embrace it. Our team, our behind the scenes crew, it was a good mix between people that were really passionate and knowledgeable about comics and others that didn't know anything. And so I think it was a good way to bounce ideas off of each other, and ultimately it lent to better storytelling.
We really wanted to bring out the behind-the-scenes stories that people haven't really heard much about, and so our biggest goal was to go after material that had never been seen before. And some of that is like when you see Bob Kane interview giving credit to Bill Finger. A number of people have commented about they've never seen that before, never seen him give credit to what they deemed as a ghostwriter from the very beginning. These artists go through a lot of struggles, as you see through the 3-part show.
Well, my favorite moment is just meeting all of these people that I've idolized for so many years. I'm a huge comic book fan since the age of 8. Meeting Jim Lee and working with Jim Lee was like, what, are you kidding? Like, I get to do this? I was very appreciative. We had such a pleasure of getting both Jeanette Kahn and Karen Berger. And so we scheduled them on the same day because they hadn't seen each other in a while because it was the pandemic. So it was so cool to watch them just interact and hug and reminisce. And I think it lent a whole different kind of energy that day to the interviews. So that was really special.
I really enjoyed interviewing Linda Carter, who was Wonder Woman, and she was just so honest and real, and we just completely bonded about just life and what this character meant to her, and just the impact that it had.
One of the things I was most surprised about learning about this 85-year history of DC was that when they were first acquired by Warner Communications, the executives saw no value in this stuff. And that was a real eye-opener to me, like in today's society, for us to imagine, like, they saw no value in this. I mean, it's taken over the global entertainment landscape. Like, how could they not see any value? They did see value in the merchandise, and they did in Superman only. So that to me was mind-boggling, like that they didn't have the foresight to say, like, people really, the untapped potential, it's endless. That was really surprising. After watching the series, I hope that we've done a job of appealing to a casual fan who might have only been familiar with the movies and TV shows, and that's inspired them to then go back to the source material, pick up a comic book, see where all this mythology has started and how it's grown and been added to and expanded and branched out through the years. I want to give some love to the comic books and to the original ideas and to the original creators, and have people appreciate what was done on the page as a pure artistic expression.
It's this inspirational force, which is the comic books, that it all starts there, and it all starts with the person. And it all starts with their own story that they want to tell and they want to get on the screen. And I just think that in itself is gold.
Comics are an incredible medium. You can tell impactful stories about anything. What you need is the courage to tell them.